It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are a mile high at Broncos Stadium in Denver, Colorado. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the San Francisco 49ers and the Denver Broncos. And off we go from Denver. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And able to get this across the 20, but not much. Here's Purdy on 1st and 10. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's 2nd down. Now Purdy. And is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football. Time will tell if that's an interception that rattles the rookie here. First drive on the road.
And you know the discussion going into the game? Centered on, okay, let's get out nice and easy. Take care of the football. We're on the road. You're a youngster. Let's not make mistakes early. But now the conversation will shift to, okay, put it behind you. Move on. Long way to go in this one.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
A pass there complete to Sutton. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Cortland Sutton, 38 yards. And the Broncos take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Nathaniel Hackett told his offense to stay put. They're going for 2. Wilson going to throw for it. Dancing to his left. And oh, it'll be intercepted.
It's interesting that when it comes to 2-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. Of course, they had the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
On 1st down, Wilson. It's caught on the right side, Williams. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A big play that time on the catch and run. And the Broncos are going to have a new set of downs. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Cortland Sutton. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Broncos are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. McManus's point after is good. And the lead now stands at 13. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Pulls it in at the 13. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
A nice pickup there, 19 yards. And they're set up better for third. Purdy. And that's complete to McCaffrey. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Well, that's one way to convert on third down, picking up 26 yards. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 41. Purdy to throw it on 1st down. That's caught out right by Jennings. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield. Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Once more, Purdy looking to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Alex Singleton. And the Broncos are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. Charles, not only is... EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the San Francisco 49ers and the Las Vegas Raiders. Gamble here right off the bat, an onside kick to begin the game. And they've got it. They recovered it. They hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. Yeah, we saw that one up here, CD. Offensive team, they touched that before it went 10 yards.
Obviously such a fine line, letting it go the required 10 yards, but also getting to it before the hands team can. Just didn't time it out right, and that results in a flag.
the toss. They run wide side with McCaffrey. And some good running out of the gates as he takes this up to the 33. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On 1st down, it's Purdy. This one caught by Kittle. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A good pickup there, a 22. A nice gain there to his trusty tight end, and now it's got them thinking opening drive touchdown here as they get into the red zone.
And in most cases with your tight end, you feel like you've got a mismatch no matter who's covering it. Is it a small cornerback? Is it a linebacker who may not run as well? In any event, whatever you see, you think that tight end can win that battle.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Purdy. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
3rd down, here's McCaffrey. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the 1st. They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up 4th down.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
They'll run for it. McCaffrey. And across the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. Christian McCaffrey taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Niners are on the board first here in Vegas. So a good job there, Charles, taking advantage of the short field, and they score first, punching it in on the short touchdown run.
I love the theme there, right? They didn't have to do anything big on that drive. Took advantage of where they were on the field, took it downfield, put the ball in the end zone. The only thing big on that drive, the 6 on the scoreboard.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 24. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That's good for 28 yards.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a 1st down.
Here's Carr. The 20. Touchdown Raiders. Josh Jacobs, 48 yards. And the Raiders have cut the lead back down to 2. Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And it's caught inside the 5. And he's into the end zone for 2. So the fake works. And as a result, this game is tied. So 8-8 our score now as he'll send this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the...
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Merrick. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points. A sensational one-handed grab in the end zone for the score. Looked like you at the Davis Turkey Bowl every year in the backyard in Orlando, Florida.
Oh, you're so kind. That's definitely in my mind. But how about this? They always tell guys going after the ball, the receivers especially.
And he's going to be taken down. It's a sack, and they fail on the try for 2. Well, not content with a first quarter lead, I guess. They're going to go onside kick. Oh, it's loose, and the Raiders have it. Well, they just scored, they got the lead, and they decide to keep their foot on the accelerator, so to speak.
Scouting, scouting, scouting. They had to have seen something in their preparation for this game that told them in this situation, if they get the look they like, let's go ahead and go for it anyway. They like being bold.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
A Raider 1st down, 17 yards.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
Not only did we just see back-to-back nice gains, but we're also seeing the confidence rise, not just for the guy who caught it, but the guy throwing it as well.
And these back-to-back catches here out of the backfield, that can set something up downfield in a later sequence, right?
A lot of the time, it starts to draw the defense closer to the line of scrimmage. So to your point, show this swing pass, show this check down. Maybe later on you heave one deep when you catch him close to the spot.
Into the red zone, it's Carr. Being chased out left. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And the Raiders are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They've moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Now Carr. Eluding the pressure right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
2nd down and goal. Carr. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play. And this brings up a 3rd and goal. Jacobs again. And good work there defensively as they're able to keep him out of the end zone. This defense bending but not breaking. It's a gain of 3. It's now 4th and goal. He handed it off there, but I don't really know if he would have kept it or tried to do anything else if it would have mattered.
Yeah, it's not always a wrong read when a play gets stacked up. Sometimes they're just at the line of scrimmage. There's just too many bodies to maneuver.
And as a result, now, and this time he is in.
Yes.
Josh Jacobs with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Raiders' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Well, this defense held out as long as they could, but ultimately the running game wears them down from the 1-yard line.
And that gets set up throughout the entire drive, doesn't it? And when you put those big bodies and determination into that carry, the end result, touchdown.
And the formula there on the 2-point try, they go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football.
And trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Nate Hobbs. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates going to check on it because when you haven't done it.
And he finds Waller in the end zone for a Raider touchdown. 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So now Carr, he'll lead the Raiders up to go for 2. Carr will look to throw. It's complete. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Pulls it in at the 13. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Taking a shot for Samuel. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Rock Ya-Sin.
I think he thought he had his first read open on that one, but they were obviously ready for that throw, and that's just a lack of experience showing.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas and the very wonderful AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Arizona Cardinals and the Dallas Cowboys. Now the big leg of Matt Prater ready to get this one started. And we are underway from AT&T Stadium. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. And he's going to be stopped here on this first play as he gets it to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success. It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are inside of the very spacious Lucas Oil Stadium in downtown Indianapolis. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Indianapolis Colts. And the punter, Rigoberto Sanchez, ready to go, and we are underway from Lucas Oil Stadium. Very short kick taken right at the 20. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. 1st and 10. It's Hurts. Trying to set up the screen, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Zaire Franklin. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are at Highmark Stadium in upstate New York. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Minnesota Vikings and the Buffalo Bills. Well, we thought this could get interesting. Here's interesting, an onside kick to start this thing. Well, the Vikings are pointing. They've got it. Minnesota football. Cousins looking to put it up right away. That's to Cook out of the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. 2nd down.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL.
It's caught inside the 25. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A 1st down throw for Cousins. Steps away to his left. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. To throw, Cousins. And he's got it. Touchdown, Vikings. Kirk Cousins on the connection to Justin Jefferson. And the Vikings have taken the early lead on the road here in Buffalo. Well, they spoke about the importance of getting off to a good start, and they're on their first drive, Charles, into the end zone for the touchdown.
And what an advantage for them. They're already clicking one drive in, didn't need to wait to get up to full speed. We had heard about the extra time they put in with each other, trying to learn each other's skills, what they like, the whole deal, and it paid off early in this one. I would expect them to keep firing on the next drive and keep that connection going.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. From the 6. And able to get this out to the 25. Now with the play clock almost gone, Sean McDermott's going to call for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
58, right over there, right over there. Yeah, Mike, 58, right there.
Throwing to start the drive. Allen forced out to his left. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
But one thing we talked about coming into this was we were never going to question the fight that he's going to have for all 4 quarters of a game. But ideally, you want him fighting for big plays and first downs early, not fighting just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. And Daniil Hunter, he's the one who gets in there and brings him down to the ground. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. Off play action. Allen going deep for Diggs. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Haven't met a corner that's worth his salt yet that ever admits to worrying about man coverage. How about the play there, breaking that pass up?
Here's Sam Martin now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And from their own end zone, it's a fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. So now, just like that, things change dramatically. It's 1st and goal. They'll run with Cook. And he's going to ball his way down to about the 1-yard line. It's a good pickup of 7 yards, and now they're looking at 2nd and goal.
That's a great run right there on 1st down. Didn't quite get into the end zone, but now you've set yourself up for at least 2, maybe 3 more shots from close range.
Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? Here's Cousins. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. That was Jordan Poyer, the safety, in for the sack.
When you're this close to the goal line, you got to expect pressure from the defense, so the ball's got to come out fast. Got to get out of his hands quicker.
Boy, you'd hate to squander this great field position. Here's 3rd and goal. Now Cousins. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Vikings lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. He took the hit when he threw that ball. Maybe the O-line just thankful that that worked out for a touchdown.
Yeah, because, you know, their pride is don't let that guy get hit, no matter what, under any circumstances. But anytime it pays off in a touchdown, they'll figure out how to block a little bit better going forward.
Joseph connects on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Takes it at the 7. From the site that many call the loudest in the NFL, we are inside Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Houston Texans and the Kansas City Chiefs. So here's Kaimi Fairbairn to do the honors. And we are underway from Arrowhead. This taken in at the goal line. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Sometimes I forget how much information he has to go through before the ball's even snapped. But what a diagnosis right there. Saw the play, shot through the gap like a rocket, ends up spilling it for a loss.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. And that will be incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
Mahomes going to go on 4th down. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. First and 10, it's Pierce. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. From the 13 now, they work on first and 10. Pierce takes it straight ahead. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Mills now. Flush to his right. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, really a fantastic play, not only to pick that off, but he had to run a long way, Charles, the other direction to hit pay dirt. He did it, and they've got the first lead.
And that certainly changes the early tone of this game, doesn't it, partner? One moment, they were going to be in early control. Now they just have a few moments to clear their heads and get back out there against an electrified defense.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They're going for Howard, but the pass intercepted. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And Charles, it's now a 2-touchdown lead in the opening quarter. Following that pick 6, they are off to a fast start in this one.
And absolutely ecstatic on the sideline after that play, aren't they? Not just because they've got the lead, but how about seeing one of their guys get a chance to take it in for 6? Already up a pair of touchdowns. They've got everything going their way early on.
From his end zone, here's Tremon Smith. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They've needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. It's caught left side by Cooks. Mills to Cooks there, and that connection good for a Houston first. A first down throw for Mills. Swings this one out wide for Pierce. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. $14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. From the 45 on second down, Mills. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
That's a pretty play there coming out of the backfield, but as that back, you've got to be conscious of making sure you're securing the football. When you get out in open field, sometimes you get a little loose with it as you're trying to get up ahead of steam. Make sure you keep it close to your body because those defenders are trying to punch it free. He does a nice job there protecting the ball and picking up a first down.
Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Flushed out right. Open man is Cooks. He's got it. Touchdown, Texans. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Texans have got it back to within a score. And now Lovie Smith sends the call out. They're going to go for 2 here. Mills going to throw for it. He'll buy some time right. And he will get into the end zone, and the 2-point conversion will cut this down to a 6-point game. Or they're down only 1 score, still first half, but they're going to line up for the onside kick. And the Chiefs are going to make the recovery. A second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things and it won't come back and hurt them later.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. On 2nd and 7, Mahomes. Complete, the tight end Kelce. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Mahomes hitting his favorite target, Travis Kelce, on the touchdown pass. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that makes it 21-8. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
First down, they go right back to Pierce. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. On 2nd down, here's Pierce. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A first carry now for Rex Burkhead. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Mills. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. On 1st and 10, Mills escaping the pressure right. They go with a shuffle pass, and it's complete. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. 2nd and 1 from the 2. Now a first carry for their fullback. Oh, he's brought down. And remember here, no timeouts left. They got to get to the line quick. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Texans get the first crack here as we are back underway in the 2nd half. Out of the end zone comes Smith. And he returns this to the 22. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they trail here to begin the 2nd half. What's going to be a key for them to get back in the game?
I think they're right there, and I think this game is still up for the taking for them because we always talk about turnovers. They had 2 of them in the first half, and once you start talking about if you have 3, 4, or 5, you know it's beyond difficult to try and win a football game with that. Those have to be eliminated. If they take care of the ball, they've still got a shot.
And this will be a Texans first down as the tackle made at about the 38. Mills now looks to throw on first down. Eluding the pressure right. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Pierce now up the middle. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 79 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Mills on first down. That'll be caught. It's the tight end Howard. Down inside the 10. Touchdown, Texans. O.J. Howard, 38 yards. And the Texans are back within a score. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And the lead will shrink to 6. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a 1-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a 1-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change because otherwise that could overrun your team. You got to be careful right here.
They'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And they're going to get this up to midfield. From midfield, here's Mahomes. Caught, Kelsey, left side. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Good work after the catch, going to net him 23 and a first.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me?
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Derek Stingley picks it, and the Texans force the turnover, and they'll take over at the 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. It sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments to prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. From the 22, Mills buying time to his... And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up third down. So now after the sack, Mills and the Texans needing to navigate a 3rd and long. On play action, they'll throw. And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
Flush to his right. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th. And how about this for a setup? The ball will go over on downs at the 1-yard line. They'll try to run this one in. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco punching it in from a yard away. And the Chiefs will add to their 4th quarter lead. Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. So they go with a pass, and it works there on the 2-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on 2-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational, and you have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a 2-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Well, Charles, you remember their last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it, but you understand why they did in this close game late. Now, though, the road back is even tougher.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And it was fair to look back and say the 4th down was the moment where this one was decided. But as you mentioned, understandable about why they went for it. But, hey, a lot of credit to the guys on the defensive side of the ball. They knew they'd have to defend in that situation, and they got it done.
1st down, Mills. Flushed out right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mills. Dancing to his left. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to be a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Well, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. Mills to the air again. This is caught inside the 15. And they move this all the way down to the 9. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Being chased out left. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Justin Reed. He's at the 50, the 30, 10. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. This defense just continuing to do their thing, and now they add on to that lead with another pick 6.
And how about the way they've played this entire game? Not only have they put their stamp on it, but every time they try and mount an offensive challenge, they find a way to thwart it. And multiple pick 6s, oh yeah, they'll enjoy watching this tape after the game.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And that last pick six may have been the backbreaker as they now face a 3-score deficit in the fourth quarter. They need points quickly. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now Mills on the bootleg. And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Mills. Throw complete right side to Cooks. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. Oh, it's a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and inches.
Still want to be prepared for a pass.
Mills to throw it. Out to his left. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. Just shy of the 20.
I got my carpet rolled out for you.
Now Mills. Steps away to his left. Out to the left there and complete to Howard. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. Throwing, Mills. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Again, it's Mills. Escaping the pressure right. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Chris Moore. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Texans have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. They'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And that's caught at the 2. And he is not going to be able to break free as they wrap him up right at the line of scrimmage. And the try for 2 is going to come up empty. And the Chiefs are going to make the recovery. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down. This defense, Charles, they have unraveled here in the 4th.
In a sense, it's like they're being pressed like in a basketball game, and they just can't get the ball over half court. I mean, no matter what they do, they can't get off the field. They can't slow them down. They just go up and down the field against them. Yeah,
and all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, 46 yards. And the Chiefs have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. Extra point by Butker is on target. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Out of the end zone comes Smith. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
He's going to let it fly. He's got him in, complete. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10. That's complete to his running back, Burkhead. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave him with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. From the 38, Mills. They'll roll him out right. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And this is caught. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game.
And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. It's a 1-yard touchdown run. And the Texans are able to cut into that deficit. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he got it on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, and they'll come up empty on the try for 2. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. High throw, but the catch is made.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the fourth quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage, because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands they're going to get additional guys running at the quarterback.
Looking downfield for Kelsey. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. Coming up, we've got what can only be described as a mirror image matchup between the Cleveland Browns and themselves. Cade York set to do the honors here, and we are underway from Cleveland. Fielded right around the 8. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And some room to roam now. There he goes left side. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, 77 yards. And the Browns are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by York is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And here's Jakeem Grant from his end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10 right at the 30. They begin this drive with Chubb. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
On 2nd and 10, Watson. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. In for the sack, Myles Garrett.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? Flush to his right. He's going deep for Brown. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football. I know it appeared he was saying, hey, give me the football, I'm open, but I don't know if that's a pass that he should have thrown there.
Well, I don't think we've ever met a wide receiver that doesn't think he is open or is about to be open.
True.
So when you throw your hand up in the air and tell your quarterback, hey, I'm available, he's trusting that you are. In this case, he was not, and it turned into disaster for them.
After the interception, here's Watson. Got an open man. That's David the Joker, the tight end. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Chubb will get the call running left. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Browns are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by York is up and good. And it's now 14-0. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. On the return from his end zone is Grant. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Here's a diving catch right side. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and that'll make it 2nd down. Here's Watson. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Cooper's first catch, and good for a first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline.
And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up.
I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big third down coming up.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Watson.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit.
And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown.
Charles, it is pretty rare that we see a team build this kind of lead in the opening quarter. And, man, they seem to be clicking on all 3 phases right there. The defense doing its part with a pick 6.
And it's absolutely been the definition of a start that you would pick for yourself and for your team, right? And I have a feeling that they just want to stay in this zone. What's truly incredible about this start is they can add on a couple more scores. This one could legitimately be over in the second quarter.
On the return from his end zone is Grant. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down.
Jordan Elliott forced his way through, drops him for a loss of 10 yards. Not the start to this one that any quarterback would want or envision. Remember, he had the pick 6, and here he ends up on his backside.
Yeah, and you have to wonder to yourself, okay, after throwing the pick 6, did he get too careful with the football and not deliver downfield and take that sack? They've got to make sure that he's really into this game.
They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. The screen does get him 9, but it also brings up a 4th down.
And that doesn't have to gain big yardage to be an impactful play, because if you can get those pass rushers second-guessing themselves that they might get hit with a screen, maybe you can wind up slowing them down just a step. And if you do that, that's a win for that play.
An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. They run for it with Hunt. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down.
Now Watson. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
He's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up fourth.
They've had multiple opportunities on offense and still haven't scored any points. Felt like they wanted to loosen things up, throw it downfield, and see if maybe they could get a big play and a quick strike.
This is the tight end, Njoku. And he's going to pick up the Browns' first down as they'll get the conversion on a gain of 14. Fourth down, no problem. Just a ho-hum pickup of 14 to keep the offense on the field. Now that fourth down decision, unconventional but effective, and they indeed come up now with a 1st and 10, a fresh set of downs. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And this offense on third down today, not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. That one is caught by Hunt. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 31-yard line. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Watson now to throw. Looking for Cooper. That's complete. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball. And what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put...
And now Watson throws another interception. John Johnson with the INT. And the Browns are going to get the football here at their own 23.
And when a team advances as far as they did, got over the 50-yard line, don't you think that drive deserved a better ending? I think he needs to get with his coaches on the sidelines, make some immediate adjustments, and that's what you do. You don't wait. You do it from series to series, because drives like that, that end with a turnover, that's multiple times they picked him off already in this opening half.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. Back to throw, Watson. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Watson. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? They'll look to throw. He's got his receiver, Cooper. And some room to work. 30. 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Amari Cooper, 82 yards. And the Browns are able to widen their lead here in this first half.
Partner, you know what the real key is to stopping a good passing attack?
You tell me.
Being able to tackle as soon as a guy catches the football.
Didn't work out there.
No, because when you give up the big run after catch, the rack yardage, that puts your defense in a big-time stressful position.
A lot of rack yardage and a touchdown there on the big play. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Browns drive about to get started. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls at work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Myles Garrett. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. The final shot before the break. Watson. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. The Browns going to see the football first, but they trail here as we resume play on EA Sports. On the return from his end zone is Grant. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Cleveland offense ready to go. We'll see, Charles, if they had a chance to hit the reset button at halftime. They have not scored. They're facing this big deficit. And if they're going to come back, it's going to have to start right now.
Yeah, and for them, it's not dwelling in the negative because, yes, they were totally ineffective in the first half. But we've seen many games that have flipped around in the second half. It all starts with this drive right here. They get something good going, put some points on the board, they begin to have hope.
Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
Will go down as a gain of 6. And it'll be 4th down.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
On 4th down, Watson forced out to his left. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football.
Well, I think everyone who's watching was certainly hoping to see things get a little bit better for them in this half, weren't we? But it was a downright miserable first half that's carried over with an interception to begin the second half. That's a defeated offense right there, and there's still a lot of game left. I don't think that's the last turnover we're going to see today, partner.
On 1st and 10, Watson. He rifles one that's intercepted. And the Browns will take over here just shy of the 30. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the 3rd quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
Buying time to his left. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break contain and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
On 3rd down, Brissett. Well, had his
his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
Here we go on fourth. Watson. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with a football. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging into our second-half blowout material.
They'll go left side on the ground with Chubb. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, 29 yards.
And the Browns have taken a 5-touchdown lead. Extra point by York is up and good.
And that makes this 35-0 now.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Jadeveon Clowney. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Play fake. Brissett. Dancing to his left. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Throw complete to Bell.
Give him 19 on the play, but they will still come up a bit short. And now it's 4th down.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
Running for it. Here's Chubb. And he's got some space here. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. They run again on 1st down. Chubb. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line.
66 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. They run it again with Chubb. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
He needed a yard. That's exactly what he got. Earns him a new set of downs. They'll try the air now with Watson. Flushed out. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. They dial up up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss. And we're back now here in Cleveland. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Watson's throw hauled in by Bell. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at third down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up fourth down.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Browns unable to move the chains on fourth down. And this Browns defense stands tall. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
Second down, here's Chubb again.
And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Now a play fake, and it's Watson. Over the middle, Amari Cooper. It's complete.
And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers.
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. He's at the 30, 10, 5. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
When coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back through the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we haven't been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
The Browns drive about to get started. It's been a tough go for them. It's still without any points here in the fourth quarter. And a big deficit, Charles. But they moved the football on some drives. They just haven't had any points.
Yeah, and I know in their minds they're thinking the game plan has actually been working. We just haven't scored points. Well, isn't that the bottom line, partner? To put points on the board. So if you're moving it and you're not scoring, is it really working? Right now, they've got nothing left to lose. They might as well go for broke.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 47. Here's Watson.
And he will find his man Schwartz. That's complete.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. To the air yet again, Watson. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Myles Garrett getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
3rd and long. It's Watson. Being chased out left. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up fourth.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
And that is no good. He gave it a good run. That wasn't more than a foot or so wide to the left. And they will remain well behind. Well, a tough day for this offense continues. One of their best chances to get on the scoreboard there, couldn't do it.
Yeah, it's not looking like it's going to happen for them today, does it? I mean, opportunity after opportunity, play after play has gone against them the entire game. They probably feel a little bit like Schlepp, got that black cloud over their heads.
It was Taven Bryan who got him down defensively.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
Mike 5. I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you.
And they will take a knee here. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Now it's Watson. Wide open, Amari Cooper. He'll get it inside the 20. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on first and goal. And Watson's going to throw it here. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill. But remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes. And that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
Extra point by York is up and good.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Cleveland offense ready to go.
At this point, partner, things looking pretty bleak. They still haven't scored here in the fourth quarter, facing the big deficit. Just what silver linings, what can they look to do here offensively?
You know, it's funny, I talked about this with a coach in the offseason and kind of had this scenario, like what feels good to you and what feels good to your team. You're down big. You really have like 1 possession left, and you're trying to put points on the board that don't matter. But do they? And he told me they actually do matter. And in this situation, he's going to try and run the best offense he can run to have at least a little bit of confidence to take away from that game. So right now, they're going to try their best to get something up on the board and not get shut out.
This one winding toward a conclusion. And how would you assess how the secondary has played?
Well, we just saw them take another shot downfield that was incomplete, correct?
Correct.
So my assessment is that if anyone's played really well in this game, it's been the secondary. That was the latest example.
Yeah, they've been solid. Really, the whole defense has been solid. Still pitching a shutout. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the fourth, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
And the kick is good, so they avoid the shutout, but still a tough one to swallow here. They only post 3 points, and this game is over.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance.